Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Since nothing new has come out, except for the Ninja Turtle spoilers, and I'm not sure if I even want to make videos for that set, I've decided to go through some of my favorite commanders. I was looking back at an old Kess video, and there were a bunch of questions asking about the combos and how they work. So I figured she deserved an update and an in-depth explanation. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Kess, Dissident Mage is a 4-mana 3/4 legendary human wizard with flying. Once during each of our turns, we may cast an instant or sorcery from our graveyard. If we do, as it resolves, we exile it instead of returning it to our graveyard. Kess is considered one of the powerhouses of Commander. The reason? There are two things every Commander deck wants to do: ramp and draw cards. And while Kess may not outright say, draw a card, she does let us use spells more than once, which is a form of card advantage. Now, we're in Grixis, which is my favorite color combination for building a Spellslinger deck. The primary colors for Spellslinger are red and blue, which should come as no surprise. But many players like myself like to add a third color. So the debate is, do you add green for better mana ramp, or do you add black for better tutors and removal? Sure, you can add both, but that's just being greedy. Now, my introduction to Spellslinger video mentions how there are 3 archetypes in Spellslinger, and many decks try to fill more than one of those roles, which causes them to lose the game. This is a combo Spellslinger deck. We sit back, take our time, and when the stars align, which happens quite a bit to be honest, we win the game all in one turn. This is the type of deck that no one minds playing against because you're not taking 15-minute turns. You draw your card, play a mana rock, and either win on the spot or pass the turn. There is no in-between. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from new sponsor, T-Fury. For almost 10 years, I've been a loyal customer of T-Fury, and I'm so happy to finally be sponsored by them. No, seriously, my first order with them was in May of 2016. Every day, T-Fury has new shirts for sale that are discounted because those are print to order. They take care of their artists, have great customer service, and their designs are wonderful. If you feel that you need more pop culture or geek wear, go check them out. Well, be sure to click the link down below so they know who sent you. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building Commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Polluted Delta, Bloodstained Mire, Scalding Tarn, Flooded Strand, Verdant Catacombs, Wooded Foothills, Xander's Lounge, Watery Grave, Blood Crypt, Steam Vents, Morphic Pool, Luxury Suite, Training Center, Shipwreck Marsh, Haunted Ridge, Storm-Carved Coast, Drowned Catacomb, Dragon Skull Summit, Sulphur Falls, Undercity Sewers, Raucous Theater, Thundering Falls, Bajuka Bog, 3 islands, 2 swamps, and 3 mountains. Not exactly budget, but we're a bracket 3 deck, so it's to be expected. For mana ramp, we've got Stormkiln Artist, Goblin Electromancer, Stormcatch Mentor, Dark Ritual, Seething Song, Mana Geyser, Dramatic Reversal, Isochron Scepter, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Primal Amulet, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Creativity, Dimir Signet, Rakdos Signet, Izzet Signet, Mind Stone, and Chromatic Lantern. Some thematic cards, some rituals, and some mana rocks. Just what you want in a deck like this. Our card advantage package consists of Windfall, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Archmage Emeritus, Demonic Tutor, Rhystic Study, Factor Fiction, Limdol's Vault, Solve the Equation, and Echo of Eons. Lots of ways to dig through our deck and find whatever we need. But we've also got a pretty good cantrip package in Ponder, Preordain, Faithless Looting, Brainstorm, Frantic Search, Consider, Opt, Serum Visions, and Gataxian Probe. Cantrips are not only a key part of our plan, they allow us to run fewer lands. Remember, you cannot just replace lands with ramp, but you can swap out lands for cantrips, at the rate of about 2 cantrips for 1 land. The more cards you draw, the better chances you have of hitting your land drops. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Counterspell, Abrade, Negate, Chaos Warp, Narset's Reversal, Insult Injury, Lightning Bolt, Bedevil, Terminate, Rakdos Charm, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Feed the Swarm, Flame of Anor, Withering Torment, and Pillage. For board wipes, we've got Cyclonic Rift, Blasphemous Act, and Toxic Deluge. Simple and powerful, just what you want with board wipes. The core of our deck consists of Thousand Year Storm, Swarm Intelligence, Ral Storm Conduit, Professor Onyx, Increasing Vengeance, Reverberate, Expansion Explosion, Fork, Twin Cast, Reiterate, and Return the Favor. Don't worry, I'll explain it all. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources, but between 33 lands and 19 pieces of ramp. We are light on lands, but as I explained earlier, we're fine because we're running extra cantrips. Speaking of which, 9 pieces of card advantage, plus 9 cantrips. 15 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Echo of Eons, Rakdos Charm, and Bojuka Bog. No specific Sudden I Win cards, but lots of combos, which I shall explain. The first combo, for those new to the channel, involves Thousand Year Storm and Insult Injury. Thousand Year Storm is my favorite Magic card. You can do all kinds of fun and crazy combos with this card. For this combo, we need Thousand Year Storm and our commander on board, any instant or sorcery, and one of our tutors that puts a card directly into our hand. Either Demonic Tutor or Solve the Equation will work. We cast our first spell, doesn't matter what it is, but Mana Geyser or Seething Song will help this turn go a lot easier. We then cast our tutor, searching up Insult Injury and Lightning Bolt. Remember, since the tutor was the second instant or sorcery cast, Thousand Year Storm copies it. We then cast Insult, making it the third spell cast. This means that all damage dealt is now multiplied 8 times. Each copy of Insult doubles all damage dealt, and 2 to the third is 8. We then use Kess's ability to cast Insult from the graveyard again, making it the 4th spell cast this turn. Now all damage dealt is multiplied by 2 to the 7th, or 128, which means that the Lightning Bolt we cast next deals 384 damage. And there are 5 of them on the stack. And the damage cannot be prevented, thanks to Insult. Delightful. The other combo in our deck relies on either Ral Storm Conduit or Professor Onyx. Both of them deal damage to our opponents, either through draining or direct damage, every time we cast or copy a spell. So, to win the game with either of them, we cast an instant or sorcery, then we cast one of our copy effects. We have 7 of them after all. Then, holding priority, we cast a second one targeting the first copy. The second copy creates a copy of the first spell. The copy of the first spell then targets the second spell. We repeat this until we have an infinite stack of copies. Now, to be clear, if you do this without Rowlstorm Conduit or a Magecraft trigger on board, nothing much happens. We only cast 3 spells in total, the original plus the 2 copies. Once all the copies resolve, we have 3 copies of the first spell we put on the stack. But with Raoul or Professor Onyx on board, each of them triggering every time we copy something, we win the game. Now, we can also create infinite copies with Narset's Reversal and Swarm Intelligence, assuming we have a Stormkiln Artist on board to create the treasures so we can recast Narset's Reversal. We just return the original Narset's Reversal to our hand using the copy created by Swarm Intelligence, and we're good to go. Finally, we can just use Isochron Scepter and Dramatic Reversal to create infinite mana. Assuming we have enough mana rocks to produce at least 3 mana, that is. Once we have infinite mana, we cast Expansion Explosion to kill one player, draw a ton of cards, then use Kess to cast it again from our graveyard to kill another player, and make the third opponent draw through their entire library. The rest of the deck is here to help us achieve these goals. Tutors to find combo pieces, cantrips to trigger Magecraft or up our 1000-year storm count, interaction and counterspells to stop our opponents from comboing off. Once you have some experience with a deck like this, your opponents will ask you to start playing it at a Bracket 4 table, because games can feel oppressive. My Kess deck feels at home at the Bracket 4 table, and I don't even bother running the Thoracle combo. Do you have a Kess deck? What about a Spellslinger deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, we can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Barkus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Conga, Robert, Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Boomy, Oscar, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel, and Zombie. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.